Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Quant Networks, aka QNT. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. First and foremost, at the current moment that I am recording this, it is roughly almost like 3 a.m. The market is doing a little bit of a nosedive. I have been in a Bitcoin short for a little bit of time. Of course, I do not recommend doing leverage trading at all unless you are an experienced trader, as it is extremely risky. But I have definitely been watching the market very, very closely, and I have been anticipating this major drop. Now, Quant or QNT is still not around my buy range at all. In fact, I don't even think that we broke down below $50, dollars even on the massive swing. So we actually hit about like $48. So consider me corrected. But overall, we did get a nice little run up to about almost $60, which was pretty nice. And now we're just kind of ranging here until Bitcoin does its next major move. Now, a lot of people are saying like QNT is the new Bitcoin. I've considered it. I've said it multiple times. In my opinion, I do believe that QNT is our modern age Bitcoin. I will say it time and time again. I will shout it through, every single video, because guess what? At the end of the day, those individuals that called Bitcoin initially early on were called visionaries. They were called legends, whatever the case may be. Listen, I honestly do not care at all if I am the first one or anyone to call that QNT is the next Bitcoin. All I care about is individuals getting in early enough to reap the benefits and the rewards. And yeah, with that being said, let's dive in, let's move on, and let's talk about some exciting things. So, first and foremost, we do see this from cash flow saying QNT during a bear market versus other cryptos during a bear market. And honestly, this really kind of just puts into retrospect the idea that, like, listen, Quant is a utility gem that will continue to build out, and the team behind it is focused on an end goal and also a mission. And we do see our other cryptos during a bear market. And of course, it is Celsius, talking about, the crash with Celsius. Then we do see, Three Arrows Capital. And then, of course, we do see the Luna crash as well. And then on the right, we do see, Quant, building out a future on Quant. We're looking for a talented product owner, Ethereum developer, and a full stack engineer. Through our Overledger Gateway, we enable participants to connect their private, public and permission blockchains to LAC chain, networks, and DOTs. One siloed can interact. And then we do see release 2.2.9 introduce the beta version of Overledger Tokenize, our new premium API and tokenization product, and provides connectivity with XDC mainnet and Bitcoin via, period 2.3. Now, when we really kind of look at this and we really kind of compare and contrast where we are in terms of Quant, we have so much more to build, and I'm so excited to truly see like Quant continue to build out, during the roughest times in this market. Like I said, this is the moment in time where you want to, really kind of step back, look at the teams that, you are invested into, because I've always said, like, I always try to look at transparency around projects. Having a full docs team that you could really kind of look at the resume tells you a ton. A lot of people will say like, "Oh, it's a scam, it's a scam." But then like you look at like the CEO, and he was working with Swift. He was working, with numerous healthcare companies. Like the resume of Gilbert Verdian is actually staggering in regards to just like the scope of the experience that he has working in finance, healthcare. I mean, he's seen interoperability issues at the forefront of, these systems to truly recognize that we need something better. So he went out and built it through Quant, and that is something that I personally feel confident investing in. And we actually do see over here from the blockchain media, QNT can easily 30x the next bull run. Honestly, I think that this is perfect, to be completely honest to you. Like, when we look at 30x, I think that this is just, a bare minimum, move. I'm actually going to be talking about it in this video in about 5 seconds, but our vision is to make a real world, difference, or a real difference to the world by building, an internet we can trust. And this is, of course, shines its spotlight on Quant Network Crypto AM. And this goes in, detail on like everything around Quant. But ultimately, okay, when we really look at things happening, and of course we do see down here, like, saying like, hey, don't copy and paste. But I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. It's just an article more so. But let's actually check out Quant's chart. So I've been saying I've been eyeing this $30 to $40 range for a while, and yes, I do believe that we will get it. In fact, I actually outlined, a few points on, what we could basically see in regards to what I'm personally expecting. So yes, I am expecting, July to be a little bit of a rough month for crypto. This is my scope on what we are basically expecting on Q&T. Will most likely range here between roughly like the $61 range to almost like the $52 range before seeing this massive drop to the bottom, testing around roughly $38. Okay, and I do think that this is going to be our last shot at $38 for a while, because after this we'll most likely move throughout August and into, of course, the fall time frame, and then eventually the winter time frame almost, where who knows where we basically will be. Will we be over $100 at that time? It's questionable. We definitely got to watch it closely. It's hard to predict exactly what will happen during this time. This is basically just a bars graph representation on what I expect is going to happen with Quant, and you can play this however you want. But ultimately, if we do get to buy down here, even if it's just like a $40 range buy, we're looking at a 52x opportunity up to the 1618, which I do think is fairly conservative. Of course, initially on 20x, 30x would basically be 1414, touch at about $1,270. And then after this, if you do look up at the upside potential here, the next major target from here would be about $6,000. Could we hit 3K? Sure. Could we do a 100x move to about $4,000? Sure, we could. In fact, I think that the overall market cap on Q&T at that range, anyways, would still be pretty conservative for the overall utility around Q&T, but also with what Quant is building. So, but yeah, if I was going to be a little bit more conservative, I would say 2K. I think that 2K, a 50x move, in general, is a pretty safe bet on Quant. Now, in regards to Quant's long-term price action, because of course, yes, when we look at the short-term compared to the long-term, very, very different scope of the picture. So we actually do see here, Bitcoin 2013 $100 range, Bitcoin 2021 $69,000 range. Give me a good reason why Quant can't see a similar number. Q&T 2022 $60. Q&T 2030 $50,000 plus. Quant is 33% more scarce, has 100x the utility, enormous partnerships, patent technology, team of C-suite, veterans, big picture, up. Even better, Bitcoin was $400 in 2016. It only took 5 years of holding to reach $69,000. So when we say 10K by 2025, I don't think that's being unrealistic based on what's to come. Let's not forget, the Bitcoin run-up was literally the hype and no usage during most of the this time period. And when we look at 10K, 10K definitely is something that I would say we are anticipating, even at an average buy of $58, for an example, right? Check this out. This is actually pretty interesting. So 10K would be at our average price at around $57. This would still be 176x of a move. Long term, if we are talking about $50,000 for an example, and again, this would be about almost a 1000x move, people will be kicking themselves. I've said it time and time again. We would be worth less than Bitcoin at 50K than Bitcoin was at 50K. Isn't that insane? A utility token compared to a speculative store of value. Worth less in market cap at 50K than Bitcoin was worth at 50K. It's insane to me that the long-term vision here on Q&T, I think that we could definitely see some high, price figures. Obviously, yes, it's going to take some time. But to me personally, 10K by 2025 is very, very realistic and very logical in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below. And with all of this in mind, when we really kind of look at things like this, QNT Overledger is a force to be reckoned with. Overledger is the world's first blockchain agnostic API gateway. Here are the 4 benefits that you need to know. And we do see interoperability across the board. QNT, through the ongoing development of DLT and API, connectors, Overledger's highly modular, design allows worldwide, interoperability by providing a safe, straightforward, and affordable API connectivity to all major DLTs. Expedient execution QNT, DLT specialists are not required, and there is no installation or ongoing expenditures thanks to the SaaS API. And yeah, like when we really look at like API gateways and API plug and plays, like this is the key. Simple integration, plug and play, like this is huge. And then of course, made with the feature in mind, QNT. Your existing infrastructure investments are safeguarded by QNT's blockchain independent methodology. Yes, and I want to mention that so I actually see a lot of people like constantly say like, why would I invest into an ERC20 token? Like, why wouldn't I just invest into like Ethereum, for an example? QNT is blockchain agnostic. That means it could freely move to any blockchain at any second, any minute, any hour, any day. It is not in the construence of Ethereum. Please stop trying to say that it's just an ERC20 token. It is like the one thing that bothers me the most around like the FUD with QNT. Again, blockchain agnostic is extremely huge in regards to the token itself. So with that in mind, I definitely hope that that clarifies a few things. And to me personally, like when we really kind of look at the price chart for QNT, the $30 to $40 range is still pretty safe. I'd say that is still in play. We came down and tested that $40 range perfectly. But to me, like I don't think that was it. I think that we have one last major pain point on QNT in regards to like price demand down here. But after that, I do think that we will see some nice clear skies ahead. This summer is going to be a little bit rough, but I think that it will give us a nice insight on the market and really kind of give us a nice, buy point in regards to this market as well. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. Definitely join the free Discord. I'm going to be definitely charting a lot more and doing a little bit more in-depth things within the Discord. It's all free. You definitely want to be in there. But also, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.